We are at the base of a mountain called Weatherlam in the Lake District in the UK. The reason I'm here is because I like the old mines and workings, and I find it fascinating to look through history and look to see what's going on, but also the paranormal side of things as well. I'm doing a paranormal investigation on top of this mountain this evening. This is a disused mine. It's been running since the Elizabethan times, and I'm going to see if we've got anything at all, or any signals or any signs that will show itself this evening. I'm on my own, there's no one else with me, so welcome to New Road Discovery, welcome to my new channel. I do have a sister channel which is MAFT UK, and you may have seen that already. If not, go over and have a look. But this one's dedicated for a bit more unusual stuff than I do on my normal channel, so welcome. Let's have a good investigation, let's see what we can rustle up, and maybe we might learn one or two things between us too, okay? Despite there being high winds forecast, I did forget to turn my mic on, so you can't hear a bleeding word I'm saying really, because of the strong winds. But what I'm trying to do here is just show you my backpack, showing you the area I'm putting the tent up. And when you're carrying lots of cider. And then I talk about cider. I have no water with me, but I have my purification system, my Sawyer mini squeeze, and I have plenty. So, I'm red-faced. Well, I would be. Let's get this bleeding tent up. What tent have I brought? Brought Wiki Up 3. 360? No, you're not going to get a 360. The wind was too noisy, it was too much going on. You'll just see me do a couple of adjustments just to tighten it up slightly. You watch now. There you go. Just pulling on the tabs to tighten it up. But as soon as I open the door, I lose control of the tent and the peg pulls out. But now I'm inside the tent. Now it's time to do the inner. Oh! Jeepers, that took some doing. The wind kept pulling the pegs out, and then I set the inner up in the wrong orientation and I had to redo it all again. In the meantime, I think I've deserved a beer. This is an Aldi beer. It is triple hopped golden ale called the Foundry. It's sort of appropriate. So, oh, it smells good. Do you know what it smells like when oh, it smells like Christmas. It smells like shandy actually. It is 3:48. There's going to be no problem keeping my beer cool this weekend, is there? Right. Although I'm sat on a ground sheet, I can feel the cold coming through on my rear. Let's get my admin squared away and I'll join you later. Well, it's amazing what a woolly hat, an extra layer will do for you to keep you nice and warm. Don't forget your gloves as well. My gloves that I wore up in the hail and snow and rain was they're wet at the moment, so I'll get those back on in a minute just to try and see if I can dry them out a bit. But I do have two pairs of gloves, one for in here and sleeping in, and one for when I'm out and about doing my bits and bobs. I think I will use my mic when I go out because you're not going to hear anything I say. So let's just use that, get it done with. There, mic'd up to 5. That goes on to the end of my HN Zoom N1. So that plugs into that. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go, let's plug that into that one. So now, what I have is my mic connected to my voice recorder. If I turn that on, So my settings are 48K. Oh, that's clipping out quite a lot. So I'm definitely too close to that. So I'm just going to turn that down. Or shall I have auto level? Let's put auto level on. There we are. Auto level's on. If I look right down, it really clips out, and I don't want to do that. So the important thing is to do with this mic is, with any mic I guess, is to try and keep your head up straight and talk straight. And then I look down like that, everything goes off the scale, so you have to be very careful. But the auto level hopefully clips it, stops it from distorting too much. Apart from that, I'm around about -6, which is where I need to be. I think that's about right. Again, I'm learning with this stuff. I don't know. You can have a look. We're focusing as I talk. Look, so you can see the bar. And if I talk with a decent volume, it's going around about -6. But if I go right down here and talk right at the mic, you can see that it really tries to clip out. Clipping out means that goes to the other side of the scale, and it's no good at all. So there we are. Let's see how this goes on now. You can see my settings. There. It says 2-level battery, but the thing is, I put brand new batteries in. So that's one thing. This thing always shows like it's never full power. I think it got full power for about 5 minutes, and then it just goes, oh no, not now, not anymore. Anyway, my new camera, I dropped it earlier. It's not broken. It's trouble in the wind. These cameras is my second camera. My last one broke, and this one's just got a nasty scar on the top now where I dropped it. But because of the zoom and the lens on it, I do like this camera, but they are vulnerable in the wind, and you got to be so careful. And I'm just hoping that I don't smash this one as well. I'm going to turn this mic off now because I don't need it right now. Goodbye. See you soon. Now all I would do is put that in my pocket, ready for when I go outside. Now when I go outside, I can talk, but there's a lot of distortion on the camera, so I can turn the distortion down on the camera and use the mic from a main sound, so you'll still hear the wind and you'll still hear some of the background, but I will keep that on purpose. Now what I did in my last video, I did a little section where I cut that out, where I cut the background noise out and just used the mic, and all you can hear is the mic. But it's quite boring, it's quite bland, and it's not, I wouldn't say exciting, but the atmosphere is not there without the noise, without the wind. And that's what a lot of trick professional movie makers use. They record the sound on their mics and they get the great sound quality, and then they add the background noise and wind in after. And usually it's not the original one, it's just wind and noise which has been added from a stock noise. So you're being conned all the way. At least I'm telling you. So there we are. I'll put that actually in that bag to protect it. Yeah, put it in that bag. There are some sheep up here. No, I won't put it in that bag at all, because that cable is catching it. Oh no, there you go. There we are. You can't be having the right gear. My arse is as warm as toast on this bedding. I've got my Sea Summit Comfort Deluxe. I have this lovely 4-season sleeping bag, a bit bulky, and I cannot feel the cold on my ass at all now. It's terrific. So that's really confident, giving me confidence tonight that I'm going to be nice and warm, which is what you need, isn't it? There. Oh well. We'll have 5 minutes relaxing, and we'll go out and we'll have a look about. We'll have a look at the area that I'm in. We'll talk about some of the things about the area, and I don't know if I'll be able to figure out what they're used for, but let's go and have a nosy anyhow. And there we go, one bladder of water. So let's have a look at what we got and where we are. Obviously an old mining hut of sorts. There's an entrance to an old shaft here. I've got to be very careful not to get too close. So there's a rift dropping all the way down through there. Another water source there. remains of a stone wall, and obviously the building. Now, as I said previously, this... Oh, my tent giving us up. This was a bleak area to live and work, for sure. Fireplace there, look. Still got the hanging piece of wire in the middle. This was a bleak place to work. If you wanted any materials for your fire, well, you'd have had to carry them up and bring them up with you. The process here, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, well, despite me trying to be a bit of a smart ass with my microphone earlier and showing you all about it, the biggest thing to remember is you must turn the thing on. Oh, look at my tent taking a massive battering there. But look how steady it looks. It is like a limpet, that thing. Anyway, let's have a look at the area. I'm going to have to do a voiceover because I've got no choice. I'm currently walking along the edge of the rift. The rift is a natural crag that's formed, and it looks like what they've done is used that mined from
fenced off for humans.
That crag.
This is fenced off for the animals. Now, what I'm walking on is shale. It's like a large shale bank, so there was definitely materials coming out of these rifts. So this was definitely a mine of sorts. I can't quite see how deep that goes, and to be fair, I'm not going to go anywhere near it. This is not the place to be stuck on your own. And if you look at the build up of shell there, see that? That's not natural. That's 100% not natural. That's broken up stone, that's broken ore. So I would say this plateau that we're on now, this little level bit that you can see, is part of the mining and processing area where they would break up the rocks, get the ore from the rocks. Now, whether they took it from here and processed it elsewhere, I don't know. But if you look down there, you can see the same detail again. Let's go and take a closer look at this building here. This building...
Now we are going to look at this building down here. Now this looks more industrial as opposed to the other building which had a fireplace in it. Now to get down to it, we've got to walk down this man-made bank with all the broken rocks. I find this stuff absolutely fascinating, just to have a look at how it was worked, how they used to manage it and how they worked it. Being in the construction industry, I get some sort of idea of the mindset and how it was planned and why they did put things where they put them. But when it comes to mining, I don't know anything about it. But I still have that fascination as to what was going on, how did they work this, what was the plan, and I do have a passion just to try and find out. Now, I haven't got time to commit too much to it, but...
So let's have a closer look at that building. Obviously a window, that's not a fireplace. Now this is where I hid from the rain last time. Some ironworks there in front of the door. There's no fire, that's not a chimney that. So this is where I hid last time, in here, from the elements. This is definitely either a machine room, it could be a small fire in there, or it could be some sort of inlet for water. They could have channeled the water, who knows, I don't know, I'm guessing. But it doesn't look like a fire to me. I built a few, so I should know. This looks more like a machine room. It's more like a working room, this. What have we got going on here? Yeah, there's no fire in here. So that's a second room. All this is broken shale, split up rock. Now it's predominantly copper. These are copper mines. And the end room, again.
I can't compete with the wind noise, it's far too strong. But as we get close to this pit here, you will see there is a stonework formed, and you can see the entrance of the mine, how they've bricked it up and blocked it up. And here we go, you can hear me say just in the edits there that there's something. Here we go, look, Look at the arch over the top of the entrance to the mine, which has been blocked up. That's been done on purpose, that's not natural. And as you can see, when they finished using the mine, they just threw spoil back in just to close it off. But everything there that you can see is come out of that mine. And the materials have been brought out and thrown there. It's because it was hard to move, heavy to move. They did not want to throw it too far or take it too far out of the way. So they just threw it literally out of the shaft window and created these little mini plateaus. The wind is definitely strong. I think I'm just saying there that it's 40-50 miles an hour gust coming there. The valley itself has to be one of my favourite valleys. I've only recently found it last year, but I do like it. I think it's somewhere that I will keep going back to, especially the steel edge. I've been up that once, that edge there. I've been up it once, and I will definitely do it again. There's lots of water, there's some good camping available there. It's high enough to be out of the way, and it's not one of the most popular places.
Probably 20 minutes of light left. I'm going to stick this one out, I think. Last look, because tomorrow it'll probably be pouring down. I quite like the odd tree splotched here and there as well. There. Let's get back in. Let's get my hands warmed up again. Whew. On this mountaintop, I'm going to be doing some ghost hunting, which I guess nobody's ever done that here before. I wouldn't have thought so. So what have I got to assist me? I have my Bluetooth orb. Anybody who knows my old stories will get this joke, okay? This is my Bluetooth orb that connects to my phone. I've seen this and I just had to get it. I just liked it, and it obviously reacts with the voice and lights and everything with the phone as well. So I've got that to use, which I'm looking forward to. I've never actually used it before, so that should be a good fun. And I have something that was given to me by Phil when we did our 30 East Drive, which was a year ago now, and that is my dowsing rods. Phil gave me those, and I've been reluctant to take them anywhere because when you're backpacking all this gear up a mountain, the chances of that bending are very, very high, and I just didn't want to do it. But at the end of the day, there's no point having them sat at home doing nothing when I should be bringing them out. Now, what do I think of dowsing rods? I've watched Phil use them copious amounts of times. I've used them before. Phil's not those. I've watched Phil get response after response after response. When I did it, the things were moving, and I'm a skeptic, as you know. The things were moving and I wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing it. Was I subconsciously doing it? I can't answer that question, but my intent was not to prove there was ghost, but to see if there was anything there at all. And these rods were moving about a bit, and it's not something. I can smell gas. I can really smell gas. Like domestic gas. I don't know why. There's a strong smell of it. Is it methane from the mines? I can generally smell gas. Anyway, so I don't actually say that these work 100%. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I have used them and they did react to things that Phil asked, and I definitely promise to you I was not moving them, they were moving. but it did feel like somebody was pushing down on my hands, but it wasn't. There wasn't anything there. Anyway, where I have seen them work is why I accepted the present. Was many years ago, when I had a little business, bricklaying business, and I had a few lads that used to work for me, about 28, and we hit a gas pipe. Isn't it amazing that I'm just about to tell the story of the gas pipe and I can smell gas? Well, that must be subconscious too. We were digging up a drive, and the gas pipe was just literally underneath the surface of the concrete, which was far too shallow. It should have been a minimum of 600. Anyway, it wasn't. We hit it, and we had to dig all the concrete up going down the drive. Now, I was worried that we were going to hit the gas pipe all the way down the drive, time after time after time. And Bob said, don't worry about it, I'll find the gas pipe. And he went back to his Land Rover, because he always drove in a Land Rover, did Bob. And he bent over a couple of welding rods, got a couple of pen tops, and away he went. Now he started off the pipe where he got his first, the pipe they crossed over, and so we could see it. So he was happy that it was picking up this gas pipe, and I was thinking, yeah, righto. And then he set off down the drive, crisscrossing down the drive. Now, as he was going down the drive, where he thought the gas pipe was, he would dig his heel in, or make a scratch hole with your, heel, so scratch a mark, and then we would just expose it, and bingo, there it was. Now the thing was, as he went down the drive, he veered off the drive, went onto the garden, through the middle of the garden, and then back down onto the drive again. So it was like a semicircle all the way down the drive. And I just thought, no way has that gas pipe been laid like that. You just wouldn't do it. So we dug every single place that he marked it, and he hit it 100% every time. The gas pipe did not go straight down the drive like I thought it would. He said it follows into the garden, and we seen this big semicircle, and I could not believe it when we exposed every single one. He was bang on every one. He didn't miss a single one. Now, unless he laid that pipe himself 30 years prior and remembered exactly where it was, then how did he know? So I think there is something in dowsing rods. I do. Whether it's supernatural or not, I don't know. I can't answer that. But what I do believe is that they do pick something up. It did. I watched it. It's like the bleeding orb thing. That thing there. I've seen a ball lightning, and it was right in front of me, literally 6 foot in front of me, this ball lightning, and it was an amazing thing to see. And I've got a story about it on I think it's called Something's in the Woods, on one of my hiking videos. It was done. It was many years ago, but the story is true. And that's always had me guessing and thinking that maybe there is something, but I don't think it's ghosts. Everything's explainable in one way or another, and that's what I believe. So for me to come out here on my own and attempt to communicate or get some sort of reaction from, say, the spirits doesn't frighten me, because in my mind they don't exist. So I'm just camping. I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen a ghost. I've never heard a ghost. I don't know. So to me, I'm not worried about being here. It doesn't affect me in that way. Now then, should I start having conversations this evening? That might change my mind, and it might change yours too. But we will see, won't we? It is getting dark, and my light is starting to fade now, so I really have to make sure my admin's on the ball. I will get back to you later. Obviously, when you're doing a paranormal hunt, you need to make sure that you've got the correct drinks with you. So I have ghost ants. Hey! I shall have that with my dinner later. Huge shout out to Phil and Caroline. They're nearly going to have their baby boy soon. It can only be a few weeks away now. I hope everything goes alright for you. I really do. Special shout out to Gillian, Anne and Sandra, and also Samantha. I don't watch very many paranormal programs at all. I don't like them because most of them, 99% of them, are fake. There's a couple from America that I watch every now and again, but my time is limited on what I can watch and how much time I have. So those channels that I do watch, they're genuine, They're not out to make money. They're not trying to rip anybody off. They just genuinely want to know. And I think Phil's channel is brilliant. It's a shame YouTube took his music away off him, really. The format that he's got is a good format. It's a great format, and I like what he does. He shows a little bit about the place first, which is why I've done what I've done. I have copied it. No, I don't say I've copied it. There's no point just sticking yourself somewhere in the middle of nowhere and then going, oh, is there any ghosts here? You need a little background information as to where you are. So, to that end, while I've still got some light, let's learn a little bit more about this place. What we do know is the last time this mine was worked was 1942. All the people that owned it and ran it all the way through its history didn't really make a killing out of it. They struggled to make money out of it. But there was a seam of copper that runs deep under the ground here. The main entrance to the mine, or one of the main mine here, was at the head of the gill. So there's a big waterfall, and I'll show you tomorrow hopefully, and that waterfall, that's where the entrance is, and it goes back deeper underground from there onwards. So it's quite it's quite a massive mine underground. I think it's 500 feet down. There was 2 chambers that were dropped, and eventually those 2 chambers met in the middle, and they cleaned out the copper belt within that area. This area in Coniston is absolutely loaded with copper mines. And so you can imagine the history, like I said before, from Elizabethan times all the way up to 1942, this mine was worked. So at some point there's going to be happiness, there's going to be sadness, there's going to be other things that may still well be here and left. Maybe even people under the ground got trapped or killed underground. Who knows? We don't know, do we? Maybe there might be some historic records left somewhere, but I don't have those records. If you are wondering sort of the date of the Elizabethan period, that's sort of late 16th century all the way up to the 19th century. That's, well, Elizabethan period started round about the end of 16th century, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure you will. So a lot of time, a lot of people worked this mine over the years. I don't know about where I am, how far I am up. I am at the end of the mine, so whether this was a later section, I couldn't possibly tell you. I don't know. It certainly doesn't look Elizabethan to me, but who knows? The mine changed hands various times with owners over the years. The deep cuts and the deep holes where they met is I think it's called an adit, and that went for at least 1,000 feet in length. So you can imagine there's quite a lot of mining, which is why when you go down to the bottom end of the gill at the entrance there, you will see a lot of slag heaps, a lot of spoil, and a lot of rock which has been dug out and taken away. So that's why you see those big piles, and we'll have a look at those tomorrow when we get back down to the bottom. And hopefully what I'm going to do is try, as I walk back along the opposite bank, try and show you across the bank of the various mine workings until we get down to the bottom, and then we may have, or may be able to tie that in with any sort of comments that we get this evening, or maybe any activity at all, we'll be able to tie it in. So that's the plan. I'm going to show you a map of the area now. Now, while I'm waffling over the top of this, you're looking at the map, I try and identify where I am currently. So as you can see, it was quite a considerable mining experience. There was also slate taken from the top. Oh. Here we go. There was also slate taken from the top as well. So there's a couple of slate mines that sit high on the quarries, but they were slate only. They weren't actual copper mines. The copper mines are deep underground. And there you go. That's all I know about the place. So let's see what we can do with that information. I'm losing light fast now, so I need to get my lights going. There, got my old lamp up. It's not a lamp I bring out very often. I've had it for years, but I used to use it for camping with Alex and I, and it was just a very good little lamp. I'll show you, but it might glare out. I don't know. Where is it? Is that it? There you go. You can't see much, but it seems to be doing the trick. I'm quite happy with that. It's an old, like I said, it's an old lamp, but works fine. The rain's just starting to come now, or is that sleet? Don't know. I can't see because it's getting dark out there. One other thing before it does get totally dark, you may hear a fine buzzing sound, like a big fly or something buzzing by. That's just the wind vibrating on the guy rope. So if when you hear that later on, that's what it is. Okay, the buzzing sound you hear is the wind howling through the tight guy ropes. Okay, because you will comment on them, because I wonder what it was to start with. Well, here we go then. Let's get this thing up and running. I've got my orb, I've got my microphone attached to it, because the sound quality isn't too good. You might not be able to pick it up on this thing. So here we go. I actually forgot to turn the microphone on earlier, so all the recording I've done outside wasn't actually recorded. So here we go. My name is Matt. I don't know if you can see this light. I don't know if you can see anything.
Gotta go.
Now, I don't expect to hear any American accents.
Go.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Video.
No.
Is there anybody here? And would you like to speak to me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Oops. Is there anybody here? Can you hear me? And would you like to speak to me? Did you work on these mines? Are these your mines? Did you work here? Are you still here?
So,
Don't expect me to do all the talking. I've not come here to do all the talking. I've come here to let you do the talking. Would you like to talk to me?
Well.
I was
Back.
okay.
Sure.
No.
No. Who's there?
He wants to. What?
Come on. Try and use the devices that I've got with me. Talk to me. Try and use them. Did you work at the mines? Did you get stuck down the mines? Did you get hurt? Did you get hurt in the mines?
Oh.
Did your family work here? Did all your family work here? I heard a yes then, but I don't think you were answering me, were you?
So I'll ask you again, did all your family work here? It's cold here, isn't it? Was it cold when you was here? My name is Matt. Can you say Matt? Can you say Matt? Matthew? Go and have a go. Try and say my name. Say my name, say my name. Come on, say Matthew.
Long time.
Is
Can you see all these lights? Can you see them? Try and be patient with me.
Have you?
Just take your time. There's no rush. If you want to speak,
Talk
you
about
can fuck about. Yeah, you can have a fuck about if you want.
I can. I know.
Come on, speak to me.
and
You don't have to be from a mining background. If you want to speak to me and you're from another background, by all means do so. You don't have to be a miner. You could be anybody.
how to do. Yeah. I went phone.
Hello.
There you go.
Oh, come. I can hear lots of American voices. There's a lady, a man, and a child. Speak into my orb. Say my name. What's my name? I've told you a couple of times now. Do you think you can have a go at it? Do you think you can say my name? Nice and clear. Come on. This is hard on my legs. Because I'm not walking about. Oh, crap. Oh, crap, 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 crap. Oh, jeepers.
That's for you.
Oh, that is hard on my legs.
Forgot.
I'm listening, and what I would like you to do is try and talk to me through this device. Okay. Well, that was the Spirit Wheel app. So what I'm going to intend on doing now is I'm going to use another app. Then I'm going to use what am I using? I'm using Sono X10 Professional. I'm going to use that one for a little while. And see how we go with that one. And then, finally, I'm going to use my favourite, which is the Paratex app. But the Paratex app doesn't work with my orb too well. I keep calling it my orb. It doesn't work too well with that, unfortunately. So I'll have to disconnect it from that to enable to use my Paratex app, but that's just the way it is, unfortunately. It seems to miss the first part of the word. It isn't quick enough to pick everything up. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's go with this one then. This is the Sono X10 Professional. So I think I paid a couple of quid for this one. It might be killing my mic. Yeah, it is, yeah. So I've put auto level on. Hope that might stop a bit of the damage. Let's get my gloves back on. This one sort of does me head in a bit, to be honest. So this is working on a different frequency or a different way. And again, so I'm going to ask them some of the same questions. Is there anybody listening to me talking right now? If there is, let me know. My name is Matt, and I would really like to speak to you. Can you speak to me? Try and say my name, Matt. Well, let's see if we can do something else as well, shall we? Let's try something different. Ta-da! So let's hold these as still as I can. Now obviously lighting is always going to be an issue when you do this. Come on, steady up now. Steady up. Right. If you can't speak through it, if you can't speak to me through those devices, can you push these rods? Can you push these rods? I don't mind which way you push them. Can you make them move at all? Try and make those rods move. I don't mind which way you go. You can go left, you can go right, you can cross them if you wish. But can you move them? Come on. Try and move those rods. I'm not going to move them. You're going to have to. Come on. Just push one. Okay. If you're not sure what to do, try and push it to the ball. The ball. Point them towards the ball. Go on. Point them towards the ball. Do it. Have a go. Try. Push yourself. Come on, you can do it. Those rods are still as anything. Come on, push them. Push them for me. Push them. Come on. Let's reset them. Here we go. Come on, steady up now. Steady up. Now push the rods for me. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on, that left one is moving. Come on. Push them towards the ball. Push towards the ball. That's it. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. You're nearly there. Come on. Come on. Towards the ball. Towards the ball. Oh, is that me? I think that may be me. I don't know. Did you push those rods? Let's straighten the back up again. Come on. Straighten the back up so they're pointing forward from me. Straighten them up. Come on. Oh, we've got a moth in here. Hello, Mr. Moth. That's me now. Well, there was a little bit of movement there. Whether that was... Go away, Mr. Moth. Go on. I got a friend in here now. Right. He's crept in. How did he find me? Let's do that again, shall we? Right. Up we go. Steady up. Okay. Move the rods towards the ball. Move the rods towards the ball. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. Do you know what I find amazing is that I can, because I'm trying to hold them so steady, I can see at the very tips my heartbeat, it bounces through the rods and I can see them moving slightly on the tips. Come on. Move the rods towards the ball. You can do it. Come on. Towards the ball. Come on. Try. Okay. I'll turn my Bluetooth off now.
Started scanning. Dead.
Dead. Well, I expect something like that from you from the first off.
Yourself.
Myself what? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a ghost beer. A ghost dance beer. What about that? Eh? What do you reckon to that? What do you reckon to a ghost dance beer? Would you like one? Oh, it's very nice. Quench. Well, that's rather appropriate because yes, I am quenching my thirst. That said quench. Well done. Yes, I am. I like the ghost. I like this app. What else can you tell me about this drink?
Quartz.
Quartz. Mhm. Don't know anything about that.
Leader.
Leader. Wow, I don't know about leader. Used to be. Many years ago.
Map.
Map. Yeah, I got a map. I always carry a map. Never seen you say map before. The reason I've got it down there is pure and simply is that my microphone's at the back of it as well.
Various.
Various. Well, various maps. Yes, I have various maps. I have lots of maps at home. In fact, I'm a bit of a map person, to be fair. Do you like maps?
Heap.
Heap. Various heaps. Okay. Yes, there are lots of heaps.
Brianna.
Brianna. Ah, I remember that from last time. Brianna. You got me on the up at the fort with that one, didn't you? Brianna.
Quartz.
Quartz again. Last time, Brianna, you told me you was buried there. Are you buried here too? A cross.
Gauge.
Gauge. You started off well, didn't you? You really did. With my quench. That was very appropriate. But you've not done so well since. I guess you got the maps alright.
Gental.
Edna. Oh, another female name. Edna. Edna, you from the mines? You from the mines, Edna?
Hour.
Hour. Can you say my name, Matthew? Or Matt? Or Math? Now there, if you say Math, I'd be well impressed.
White.
Quite, yes, quite impressed indeed. Can you say it though? Can you talk through that app? Can you tell me what I want to hear?
Themselves.
Themselves. Mm. It's starting to rain here. Can you see the rain? Can you feel the rain? Excuse me, that was rude of me, wasn't it? Can you feel the rain?
Green.
Green. Oh, stretch my legs. Oh. It's very difficult. Beware. Oh, here we go with the warnings. Guess who's coming?
Investigate.
Investigate. I am investigating. This is what I'm doing right now. Investigating. Aren't I? Come on. Speak to me.
To me.
To me. To you. To me? To you?
Emma.
Ava. Oh. Ava. What do you know about Ava?
Pencil.
Pencil. You've a pencil? Have a pencil? Thank you.
Jake.
Jake. You're going to make a sentence for me? Are you?
Levitation.
Levitation. Now, if you could lift my arse off the floor, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Oh, it's very difficult sitting in this one position. There's not a lot of room.
Enemy.
Enemy, I'm not your enemy.
Ocean.
Ocean. No, we're not close to the ocean.
Finish.
Finish. No. Say my name.
Losing.
Say my name.
Kim.
My name is not Kim.
Note.
Why is Paratech
Yourself.
Why is Paratech that got a? I'm sure she sounds Pakistani now. I don't think this app's working properly on this phone. Even though it's an Android, I don't think it's updated enough for this model. Because it's relatively, well, not the best of phones, but it's a relatively new phone.
Iron.
Iron. If you would have said copper, I'd have definitely been impressed. Can you say copper? Because we are at the copper mines. Or slag, even.
Alexander.
Alexander, here we go again. Right, okay. Well, I'm going to turn you off now. Intern. Yeah, I've heard those words before. I am going to turn you off now. You got a couple more chances to give me something decent, or you're getting switched off, I'm afraid, because you need to speak to me. Otherwise, we're just wasting time. Now, come on. What's your name?
To you.
To me. One more, and then we're going to finish this first session.
Gather.
Gather. Alright, that's enough. Thank you for trying.
Describe.
Describe. No. No. Too late.
Scanning stop.
Scanning stopped.
Indeed it was. Okay. Well, we tried lots of different things then, didn't we? Probably a little bit too much in such a short space of time, but it's quite uncomfortable for me sitting down here. I might actually turn around, go inside here and lie down and do the same thing lying down. I don't know yet, because it is very uncomfortable. My legs have been sat like this now for a couple hours. Now, I didn't expect to see a lot, to be honest with you. I didn't expect anything at all, quite frankly, because if no one's ever been here before, if nothing like this has ever been done here before, anything trying to communicate wouldn't have a clue what to do, wouldn't be used to it, won't have seen anything. And for them to tune into a little glowy box, into the radio waves, into whatever these things are supposed to do, is asking an awful lot, isn't it? Especially if it's just an entity or a supposed spirit of sorts. But you've got to try it. One of the dowsing rods did move, but whether that was me or not, I couldn't possibly say. I didn't feel like I was moving, but the movements only need to be so slight for that to happen. So what I'm going to do now, I am going to sit silently with the dowsing rods, okay, and I'm going to see if I can get them to move or anything. We're just going to have a quick 5 minutes with those, because they are quite good. I do like them, and because Phil gave them to me, I want to at least give them a try. But I need my torch on my head because that light is right in my face. No, I've kept my microphone on all the way through this, purely and simply because, well, I just wanted to see if that would pick up anything. So here we go. Try not to get the torch on you guys. Stand clear of the rods. There we go. Reset. Let's get steady. It is only the slightest movement and then you can move them. Right, here we go. Okay. You might not have been able to talk to me through the radio or the shiny ball. Can you push these rods? I don't mind which way you push them, just give it a go. Try and push the rods. Come on now. Have a go. Try and push the rods. I don't mind which way. If you push them, we can start to talk. And you can answer some questions. That's me. I'm sure that's me. That's not me. Come on, back you go. Right, I need to set myself again. That may have been me, that one. They're very, very sensitive. Right, okay. Separate them slightly. Okay, if that was you that pushed the rods, right, what I want you to do is I want you to make those rods cross. Cross them over. Come on. If that was you that pushed that rod, cross these rods over. Alright, that just happened. It's stuck on me now, so I'm going to reset. I genuinely did not do that on purpose. If that was me, I didn't do that on purpose. Let's do that again. Right, did you just cross those rods? If you did, do it again for me. Cross the rods for me. Come on. If that was you, cross those rods. Do it again for me. Was it me? Did I do it? Oh. Come on. They're moving. They're trying to do it. I am not doing this. Oh my word, I'm not doing it. I have not done. I'm absolutely. That is not me. Oh my word. Oh my word. Right. Can you straighten them back up again? Oh, they've both gone that way now. Okay. Can you straighten them back up? Can you straighten them back up for me? Come on. Right, is this me? Am I doing this? Am I doing this? Right, come on. Focus. Focus. Cross the rods. Go on, you can do it. Come on, cross the rods. Come on. Cross the rods. I am not doing that. Straighten them up. Straighten them up. Right. Okay. Ooh. Right, I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, I did not do that. Not consciously, not intentionally, not on purpose. I did not do that. Whether I couldn't hold them straight or what, I don't know. But that did just happen, and I did not do it. So how about that? It's quite amazing, wasn't it? So let's see now if we can get somebody to talk to us again. Let's turn Bluetooth back on. Oh. Oh, crap. Oh, that's crap.
People.
My legs are like lead weights. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to have to change tactics. I'm going to have to move in and stretch out, because this is really, really difficult. Sitting like this for a period of time. Oh. So I'm going to stop what I'm doing. Hi Max. And then what we'll do, we'll start again in a bit, okay? So let's get some admin done. Let's get squared away. Well, time to tuck in. I've listened to see if I could hear anything. I couldn't. So I'll lie here now, listen to the wind, and have a really nice relaxing evening. It's not late, it's just after 10. Better do me. Nice good sleep for tonight. If I hear anything, bumps and bangs in the night, I shall sure to get my camera out, and I will catch up with you later.
I did actually lie there for a considerable amount of time, listen to the wind and rain hit the tent, and it got slowly worse as the evening went on. But unfortunately, that's all I heard. I didn't hear anything else. I didn't hear anything of any interest. That was my first attempt on this mountain. It won't be my last. I will give it another go at some other time. But until then, the only thing that remains now is me to go to sleep, get up in the morning, pack my stuff, and walk past the mines on the way back. And when I do, I will actually try and point out as much as I can about the mines and how they are and how they're formed, and as much information as I can pass on to you. So until next time, watch the end of the video, and maybe have a bit more luck. It was interesting though with the dowsing rod, don't you think? That was interesting, because I really don't know if that was me or not.
It's time to bug out. It's just stopped raining for a couple of minutes. Well, it hasn't. It's still raining, but time to get the hell out of here, I think. Right, let's go. Cleaned up, no mess. Can't tell a bin, as always. We'll try and picture a bit more on the way down, if we can, if it doesn't start raining again. In the meantime, catch you later. Bit of a steep drop off here where all the rivers meet. Mine comes that way, that's from the other valley, and as you can see the water's quite up at the moment. It's quite bad. It's a terrible drop off this path. You don't want to be making any mistakes here. You come off here and you're not going back, I'm afraid. The snow covered where I just come from, base of that. Now you may be able to pick out over the distance there a lone tree about there. That is a mine entrance. Just in front of it you can see a little bit of spoil and a bit of slag, and then you'll notice a footpath that goes along the side of the mountain there, which is dropping slightly. Well, that's the path to the quarries, and just down there, well, the main part of the quarries. Now also you'll see a major footpath, which hopefully we'll see in a bit, and that will take you to the head of the gill, and that is where the main quarry started, which, remember, is 1,000 feet long and 500 feet under the ground, and it's at the head of this gill here by the waterfall. Everything grey in front of you is slag from the mines. There's open cast mines there. That's an open cast. That's the path of where people just run down. There's another mine, open mine there, and all this here is just waste from the mines itself, tipped into the stream. Like, it's just the way it was I guess. Well, you can see impact the mining has had onto this valley. This huge bank in front of us is totally man-made. As you can see, it's hundreds of years of working
these mines has done that. But there you go. Very busy little car park this.
Just one more thing. Apparently Lake Windermere is flooded. We'll have a look on the way past, shall we? Yeah, I would say Windermere is flooded.